Hello everyone. Yeah, we should be doing those updates more regularly, at least once a month. Maybe we will finally start doing that, but at least once a quarter we will try to update what we're working on. Actually, we are almost ready for Mainnet. There are a couple of things we just did recently. So one of the things we did a few days, like maybe a week ago, we added a withdrawal functionality into Node UI, because on Mainnet there will be no bounty rules, so you will be able to withdraw into either L1 Ethereum, either into L2 network, Polygon. You will see that Node UI will be calculating the fees you're paying on blockchain. Obviously, on Polygon it will be much cheaper than on Mainnet, Ethereum. But we will give you both options, and you will be able to withdraw your earned funds at any time you wish, if you have enough of them, of course. So that's one thing we were working a lot. Another thing which we are working a lot is new Mysterium network, or let's call it Nodes dashboard. So that's becomes more and more separate project, which helps to onboard node runners. And we created it from zero, just redesigned from ground up, both on backend and user interface. And now the user's acquisition flow will look also differently, because after you will log in into Mysterium network, you will be able to add your node, and we will create a guide how you will go through the onboarding process. We got a lot of feedback that reading documentation is good for more technical people, but now we want to make that good also for people who are not that much into technology, but still would like to help Mysterium network to become the biggest and most, let's say, censorship-resistant network. And for that, we need a lot of exit nodes. So the guide will just guide you what to do. You will choose either it's a Windows, where we added a installer, so you don't need to use command line anymore. So you can just download the installer, which will install exit node on Windows or on macOS. If it's a Raspberry Pi, you will have all the guides, what you need to do. It's fairly easy process, going through a few next steps. And then finally you will go into node setup as you were doing previously. You will not need to look where it's your node in your local network. MMN will find it for you and will try to help you to claim your node and visualize that status. So that's the biggest pieces we were adding before actually launching Mainnet. Maybe it's also worth to mention that we are also talking to third-party partners who are also thinking to add Mysterium node into their platforms. So there will be more than one or two ways how to run exit node, and we are not ready yet to announce it, but we can tease that we are working on partnerships as well, and we are open for partners to integrate. And maybe some people will ask, okay guys, but why you had to like redo it from like okay user interface, but why like backend? And some people are not happy with current Mysterium network implementation, which was a prototype done by one person just as his, let's say, weekend projects. And it was very successful. Apparently, we are maybe the only one DVPN project which has something like nodes dashboard, which allows you to see the list of your nodes from whenever you are. And people, when they are using such software, they are used to software as a service solutions, you know? Like on software as a service, all the data, all the information, the source of truth is on server, on the database on the server. So when you're logging into your Gmail, your all emails are actually in Gmail, like in Google servers. And then in our case, it's totally opposite. The source of truth is your node. Changing into any edits you can do only with your node, because only you have this control. We don't know your private keys. We are not able to change your withdrawal address. We are not able to rename your node. We are not able to reconfigure it so it would stop or would limit throughput. And you're logging into your node and you see some data. And my Mysterium network was showing sometimes strange data. Why? Because it don't have the latest information in database. And it's kind of getting the updates from nodes. And sometimes he's kind of repacking that data for better availability. And during those moments, like, it's just happening that some data don't exist, and then the software was becoming crazy. The information, your earnings was totally safe and totally fine because we never touched their source of truth. But MMN was doing that, like, it was not expected that we will have almost 10,000 accounts right now. We have more than 1,000 exit nodes running live, and much more registered who are kind of on, sometimes on, sometimes off. So we needed to really refactor that and make that not a temporary part of Mysterium infrastructure, which was very useful for bounty period, but make it mainnet ready solution, which is one of the node dashboards which could be available in the future, I believe. So maybe in the future we will even open source nodes dashboard, previously called MMN, and maybe some, you know, like really privacy freaks could be running own dashboard for your like 10 or 20 nodes you're running. So you will not even need to rely on our infrastructure, but you will be running it on your own server. It will collect data from your own nodes. And we wanted to really prepare the software so it would be possible to do that in the future. I would love to say that we are first. First of all, there are a lot of development right now in crypto space, so I think there should be more as such. But for us, it was really important because, like in Mysterium, people are topping up with very small amounts, and like you can pay $1 if you want. And with credit cards, such top-up is possible. Yes, some people were using Litecoin or similar coins where transaction fees are really tiny. But unfortunately, most of our users are still not in crypto yet. I mean consumers. They need Web3. They need a qualities we are giving for privacy and, you know, this control of the data and everything, but they are still not the people who have Litecoin in their wallet, or they have on Polygon some missed tokens. So we wanted to make it really easy for them, and we added this additional option of credit card payments. This will be live with our mainnet ready desktop app. It's already working. We are testing it. Some beta testers are able to try it out right now, and mobile implementation is also in progress. Yes, so I think that some people not aware or not tracking us, so I think it's good as part of our updates to say that we are on more than 4,000 exit nodes right now. it's doubled during last month or something like that. Soon we should be talking not in terabytes in our network, because we are going till the really new milestone in terms of data. I remember when maybe around 2 years ago, internally when we were setting Teams OKR, we were talking that we should reach 7 terabytes. And most of our team members, well, it's just impossible. It's not possible to reach in half a year what you're talking about. And now we are seeing like 100 times bigger network like throughput usage, and we have more than 100,000 monthly active users. So I would say that's really motivating numbers, and this really motivates our team members to move forward, because we are doing technology which is actually being used. So yes, we are launching our new website, and this launch also means a new era of Mysterium network. If you will look on our previous website, it was saying like decentralized VPN, download your app, and we really were concentrating on our own application and our own solutions. But right now, we are much more concentrated on ecosystem. We would like to invite others to build on top of Mysterium. Actually, Mysterium VPN is already kind of the desktop app consumers are using. It's kind of spin-off right now. So we made a separate team with separate budget. They have even separate website, and we are trying to make our communication to them in the similar way we are ready to do with somebody else, like portals who are building own implementation of decentralized VPN. Or maybe you are in some Asian region, you're somewhere in South America, and you know the market well, you know how to create and what's needed in your market for your specific needs. So with this website update, we also would like to say that Mysterium network is not just one implementation, it's an ecosystem of applications. Another thing which I also would like to mention, that we are not just a VPN anymore. I'd like to mention Lavafy, the project which is built for businesses. And they are providing services for businesses who need a proxy solution to get access into Mysterium network, into our decentralized network of nodes, but with different protocol, or maybe with different that kind of payments, or maybe it's not a one single connection, but that's a search engine which needs to look on the same website, how it looks from New York, how it looks from Chicago, how it looks from London. And Lavafy is providing such super proxy type of solutions. And we are really looking forward to announce even more implementations of Mysterium in the future. And in Mysterium, in new Mysterium, there will be more protocols supported than our current WireGuard or OpenVPN VPN solutions. It reminds me what I heard from my master of martial arts when he gave me instructor belt, so-called also black belt. He told me, now you can be called a student, and now your actual learning of martial arts started. So for us, this Mainnet release, it's like first step till vision of decentralized network, which will unlock borders on internet. I think we could also mention that we did a pool on PancakeSwap. So if you are Binance chain user and you would like to have exposure into Mist, we already have a pool on PancakeSwap. We are also looking into bridges which would bridge BSC Mist to Polygon Mist. so you could swap and send them without touching mainnet Ethereum. And everybody knows that mainnet Ethereum is only for rich people. I think that's all of our updates at the moment, but there is one more. Mysterium network already is doing, like, people are asking, so when mainnet? And this time I can say that it's really soon. We already doing a test, like beta test of mainnet. It's going for a couple of days already. And actually we already have running 46 exit nodes on mainnet who are using the real payments. We really feel quite strong this time that quite soon we will be able to give you much more detailed information. But this date is really definitely not 2022, it's much earlier.